What's a little thing you do to make the world a better place? I leave spare quarters in gumball machines. I like to think it makes somebody happy every once in a while. Wait for people that get left behind. No bro, left behind. I used to get left behind at family lunches and dinners, as I am a slow eater. An uncle of mine started staying with me till I finished my food. Probably cost him some time but meant a lot for me. I pick up a few pieces of trash each time I walk my dog. It's a very tiny thing, but I like to think it adds up. When someone gets cut off repeatedly in conversation, I make an effort to make eye contact with them and say, "Go ahead, I'm listening," or something along those lines. Compliment people. I saw on here that men don't get many compliments, so I try to do it in as unflirty a way as possible so it doesn't get awkward. Simple stuff like "cool shirt." When I worked at Starbucks, I tried to say one compliment to each customer that went through the drive-thru. It could be something as simple as "nice sunglasses" or "watch" or whatever. It could literally be anything, and it totally switched people's attitude toward you. I told other partners, other employees, to do this, and it somehow made some shifts a lot easier to manage, customer-wise. I still try to do this at work, but it's a little harder now with the social distancing and masks. Esmeralda voice, by the way, great mask. I actually did compliment someone on her mask last week. It had cute butterflies on it. Recognize and thank a person for their help efforts, no matter how small a task may seem. I found this really helpful as a bar manager at festivals. When you have crazy 14-hour shifts, just telling people, "Hey man, thanks for restocking the fridge," really goes a long way. As a grunt worker, this kind of acknowledgement makes me happy and feel appreciated. When I remove an item from a grocery store shelf, I move the same item forward to replace it. ESP top shelf items. Short people like me appreciate you. I am a tall person with severe nerve damage in my back. At your next short person's meeting, can you discuss doing this on the lower shelves? Thank you in advance. That's kind of a tall order, don't you think? Use manners. Sounds inconsequential, but after working hospitality retail, the amount of people that don't use them is terrible. Related, treat the person answering the phone as a person, recognizing that they're probably paid peanuts to be ranted at by customers who expect them to be magicians. Also, experience taught. I try to use their first name if they give it to me. Edit. So lots of people are saying they find this annoying or creepy. Sure, I guess, if you overdo it. But just keep it simple, like V. Hi, this is Xfinity customer support. My make is Vicky. How may I help you? Me. Hi, Vicky. I have a charge on my bill that I don't understand. I'm hoping you can help me with that, and if you're feeling very friendly, you can close the call with, "Thanks for your help, Vicky. Have a nice day." That's it. No need to keep repeating their name or acting like you're best friends. But a little recognition of their humanity goes a long way. Right there with you. If I can, I will write their name down, so I don't forget it, if it is a long call. Move turtles out of the road. Smiley face. Edit. Here is a link to a Nat Geo article explaining the difference between turtles and tortoises, because apparently some people want to act confused. A wildlife biologist explains that turtle can be used as an umbrella term for all turtle-like reptiles. Smiley face. Yay. When you move them, make sure you put them in the direction they were going. They are quite determined to go where they want to go. Of course, I move them far enough away from the road, in the direction they're going. Pick up closer to their rears, and I hold them close to the ground in case they decide to fight me and I flinch. I am imagining you making airplane noises while lifting the turtles up and flying them to the new location. Obviously, you have to make it fun for the turtle. Take care of my things. We didn't have much while growing up, and my mother always believed in quality. She would buy things she knew we would use a lot. I have the same pencil case from 6th grade. I'm in grad school now. I have linen bed sheets, water bottles, fountain pens, mugs, and even some clothes that I've used for over 10 years. This helps me consume less, in turn creating less waste. I feel like we should strive to reduce, before reusing and recycling. It blows my mind how some people go through so much crap because they see it as disposable or it's out of fashion. I've had the same backpack since 2007, the same duffel bag since 2004, and the same laundry hamper basket since 2000. I also use the hamper laundry basket to put my groceries in when I go to the store, so I'm not using bags, either. I'm also in grad school and I've got 10-plus-year-old binders and the same ruler I've had since middle school. My dad hammered it into me that you take care of your stuff. It was annoying when I was younger, but once I started paying for all my own stuff, I was so glad he was like that. I have the same backpack since 1990. I have shoes and boots that are older than a lot of Redditors. I buy most of my things from thrift shops and I take good care of them. My parents taught me well. They have the same toaster since 1963. I'm 16, so my stuff isn't that old, especially because I just stopped growing, but my pillowcases and blanket were my dad's when he was my age and they're the best. Original 1979 The Empire Strikes Back cases and blanket. I remember them. They were so cool. Fabrics were so well made back then. Aha! The blanket is actually a sleeping bag that I sewed to make a blanket from because the zipper broke and it wouldn't zip fully, so I just repurposed it. I do my best to keep bread and toast crumbs out of the butter container. Truly the kindest of all of us. I always make sure to be overly polite to people serving me, whether in a restaurant or a shop, and I always tell them to have a good day when I leave. Having worked in retail, I know a simple "how are you, thank you," or "have a nice day" can mean a lot, especially on a bad shift. I was raised to have good manners, and it'll be damned if I don't flex them at any opportunity I have. It always saddens me that other people can't be the same way. I don't know if it makes the world a better place, but I try to be as nice as possible to people. Even strangers who come up and talk to me, I'm nice to them. I don't know what they're going through, but sometimes we just need someone to talk to. I don't mess with my phone while driving. Own up to my mistakes to those it directly affects. Edit affects. Take my shopping cart to the return corral when I'm done with it. Edit it to soapbox. The awards were unnecessary but appreciated. As other Redditors have pointed out, returning a shopping cart is trivial, not an accomplishment. I think overlooking good behavior as an expectation devalues the act of doing good, though. Especially with regard to children, praising good behavior is beneficial, even when you think it's the default. It promotes good people within society, and we need that. Pick up trash. I always go on the side of the sidewalk closest to the cars when I see an elderly person or someone with a baby. I doubt anything changes really, but I like to think I'm being selfless. As someone frequently with a baby, I would notice and appreciate this. I say thank you, sincerely. Simple but effective. My husband always says you're welcome whenever anyone thanks him for anything. You wouldn't believe how often we skip it until you hear him. He holds a door open and someone mutters thanks. He says you're welcome. He hands me a dish I'm reaching for and I just thanks, and he says you're welcome. Always does. No matter how small or inconsequential. Slight clarification. He never says no problem or anything else. I don't know if I buy it, but I did hear once that no problem has an unspoken connotation that it, the action, could have been a problem. I personally do like my pleasure, and I use all of these. My husband, though, only says you're welcome. Try it for every little thing, you'll be noticed. And no, it doesn't come across as insincere or overly formal. He definitely is not that. LOL. Is this considered polite? I've avoided using it, always nodding with an MHM or of course, since I don't like how you're welcome sounds like I'm trying to claim the gratitude. Always made me uncomfortable to say it. I say no problem at all. Seriously, it's all good to me. It makes it seem like I'm confirming the fact that it was absolutely no sweat for me to do anything nice for someone. I almost never say you're welcome tbh. When you see someone that looks down or lonely, talk to them. You might make a good friend. Having been that person, thank you. I can't thank the random people who stopped what they were doing just to start a conversation with me, but it was always needed and it always saved me. So thank you, for the people you've saved.